Queen Annie. We do not get Tibbers in a tuxedo, man. What the F, man? I want Tibbers in a tux. It's too legit not to be.
Deal with it, Timo.
Whoa, hey, you tell me to put sunglasses on and say deal with it? It's messed up, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't believe you.
CV on both sides, so we're going to see where everybody's making their way.
Saul's twin utility, then we see Quince does have no bonus AP, no. Those might be magic pen everywhere. Actually, it could be health as well. 476 health. Decent amount. So the team for EG looks like they're actually going to go for an invasion. We see Dyrus, Double Lift, West Rice, and Dan Din all running up towards the middle of the map. Sauls has charged up his stun and is now running across the map and is going to go for it. Ward goes down in the brush near their golem. They're going to move down towards their own, actually. It looks like they're going to play defensively, actually. TSM Reginald holding up mid. We got Jarvan and Nunu camping down in the brush to the right. Alistar holding up the top brush by the Wraiths. And Caitlyn actually in a far back defensive position, ready to move around whenever that fight does happen to start. So Nunu and Alistar are the only two watching for any ganks. Plenty of flashes.
Getting reckless over here.
See what happens. Both teams ending up playing defensively. EG and the Kit gonna just camp down here by their side of the map. They are not going for an invasion. They could easily steal Wraiths or whatever they wanted. I think they're not going to go for it, though. Single tier.
Just one.
Just one. Not a big problem.
Shed it for Jack.
You have some more than one tier for Jack, man. Jack is kind of a big deal.
Alright, I have 2 eyes. It'll be 2.
Okay. No, you need to, like, cry a full river, man.
Alright, give me a shovel. I'll make a new hole river.
New hole for your river?
Yes.
Waterfall down. Okay. So Nocturne waiting the entire time. And Sauce is going to drop out some damage output. Will stun those golem. Those golem, yes. Those is a plural and then singular golem. But it looks like Dan Din doing some work here. And yep, the Deathbringer is out. That's going to be a pretty easy kill on this golem for himself. The smite coming out in just a second, and that's his. We get these last few little mini lizards, and interesting. So Xpecial already waiting to gank West Rice up top. So West Rice is going to be rocking the solo lane against Caitlyn. It's actually a very good lane for Caitlyn. And they're doing Jarvan solo bottom because Alistar is roaming. So that is where you want to put the safe. Like if you're worried about getting ganked, you do put Jarvan down there. Keeps him pretty safe. He's got a nice amount of magic resist. Damage output coming in from Alistar though. West Rice getting stunned by that flash from Xpecial. Kaox putting out the damage. He's one hit from getting the kill.
There
and
it is.
There's first blood.
Very
Kaox
nice.
picking up that one onto West Rice. Good job there. Lots of summoners used, but you know, it's worth it.
Yeah, that's going to be a good amount of gold, especially for Kaox to be getting. We saw him crushing the other game with Caitlyn. A lot of damage coming out of that. In late game, he's able to take down towers in like a few seconds with the rest of his team, as well as Caitlyn being able to throw down the traps. And Kaox very good at doing that to just really inhibit the defense of when they're going inside for inhibitor turrets, any turrets. You just throw it all around, and they're forced to walk through them just to defend the turret and help their team out. It looks like Xpecial is going to possibly do the same thing here. He does not have flash this time. And Caitlyn is going to have an easy push on this lane. Down bottom, looks like Jarvan is forced to go back on his turret. He took a lot of damage from Dyrus and Double Lift at this point in time. We see Garen back into the game. Dyrus as Taric down bottom. Double Lift, Garen as I said. And with a few potions under his belt and a regrowth pendant, he should be able to get back up to a fighting position here.
Interesting that EG is playing so offensively. Dyrus actually did not get heal at level 2, but actually went for stun at level 1, of course, and then shatter at level 2, which could be used offensively for more damage output. Or at least bonus armor for tower diving. Now the odd one, going for the damage, and oh, Rain Man doing some hurting onto Dyrus. Dyrus will flash, not waiting to get chain snowballed there by Nunu. He was level 3, which means he could have probably healed, but he's not cast one yet, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. He has chugged the healing potion now. Double Lift camping in the brush. They still can zone Jarvan. Looks like Blood Boil has ended. They're trying to get into range for that.
A little bit of an invasion by Nocturne here in the jungle as he comes down for Reginade. And Reginald will go down in this aspect of the fight. Dustbringer able to almost take down that kill, but it was Annie's last hit to take down Reginald. It's going to be a 2v2 situation in mid. Great job trying to get that terror back on to the odd one. They could have came up with 2 kills right there, but they both choose to back off. So now it's 1-1 very quick in the game. A fast rebuttal coming out of the hands of EG, not liking that Vayne went down so quickly on top lane. They will start to go around the map and get their own kills back. The Rain Man using a little bit more of his mana, throwing out the flag to get a last hit there, trying to keep himself in this game and keep himself farmed up. And we are going to see the odd one now in middle, soaking up some XP as Malzahar, Reginald trying to get back into this one, has a Doran's Ring after buying boots and 3 pots to come into the lane. He has a ward for himself as well. Keep himself a little more safe as there is a ward above him already. He's going to place that one below.
Oh, Westray's trying to run away now. He's seeing that Xpecial's going for him. He's got boots, though. He's running pretty quick. Does he have move speed, Quince? Only plus 16 move speed, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think he does. Doesn't really matter. We're not going to do the math right now. Let's see. Westray, though, still milling about, trying to keep himself in good shape. Actually, this was Xpecial who did 2 gold Quince and 1 move speed Quince, so I think that's what that one was. Running about. Let's see. Odd one got to pick up the lizard buff for himself. Do a good job with Smite and Consume. Has done pretty well now. Going to get this last little mini lizard. That's going to drop. Odd one is level 5. But Dan is only actually 4, so despite being part of a kill, I guess both players are part of a kill. Oddone, actually, no, Oddone was not. I take the fact that was Alistar who got that first blood with Chaos. So Oddone actually out-leveling Dan then, despite Dan being part of a gang. Oddone's still running about the jungle, doing a pretty good job here. Out of mana this time, though, probably will pill back. Might be able to grab a Philosopher's Stone. That'll be really, really useful. Get a lot of free gold there. And Taric now roaming. Could get this kill on Reginald. Looks like Dan Din nearby, but Annie is not. And I think they really need Annie for the damage output if they wanted to kill Reginald here.
Yeah, Taric is just going to go in mid to soak up some of that XP so it doesn't go into the tower. Hopefully get a few of those last hits. It's going to take a few more to take down that siege minion, and he will be able to take down that gold. Very nice. Looks like Dan Din is going for his red in the jungle as Annie gets back to her lane. Taric's going to continue to roam and go down towards Garen. Garen is back. So again, Taric able to go to every lane and soak up the XP. Very good timing on the backs and the rotations right now by EG. Definitely putting out a better game so far than they had last. 1-1 at 6 minutes and 50 seconds. A lot of wards going out right now. More by EG this time. You can see the red wards around. The green wards for me are going to be by TSM, who already has one. Actually, that could be a trap, and it is a trap. So they have one down by Baron. There's two, one in the bush that hooks around mid towards Baron, and one in the single bush near Baron for both teams. And there is also one down in the triple bush near Dragon. So another one near Dragon as well for TSM, or EG rather. So wards already being placed. Very good by both teams, trying to keep vision of the whole entire map this time. We see TSM doing that constantly, and we'll have to see if EG kind of falls off on that and forgets to keep doing that in the game, and we'll see how it affects them.
Yeah, Westray though currently just trying to left hit as best he can against the turret. Using Tumble for some of it. Gonna miss one right there, but of course, while you're talking about ward control, I'm talking about last hitting, because that's just what I care about. Dyrus a double lift though at the bottom lane. Plenty room to be aggressive. Thing is, no boots right now on Rainman, but Dyrus and double lift both do, so they should be zoning him out right now, and they will in fact do so. Looks like Alistar's moving towards middle, and there's a stun from Dyrus, but Rainman's gonna be okay. And here comes Nunu and Alistar looking for Annie. Reginald could flash ult, and that's all it really takes to get that kill there. I think Reginald's going to try to bait him out. You can see he's playing very aggressively, trying to bait out that stun from Annie. So Annie does not have any stuns. She's only 1 stack on Pyromania. But I think she knows something's up, because she's playing very far to the left, playing very far back. Not going for those last hits in the back there. Xpecial, only level 3, still camping around. Oddone waiting around as well. But actually, he's got plenty of jungle mobs still to kill, so Oddone's missing out on experience.
Oh, wow.
This. And there they go, on to Annie. Annie does get picked up, and yeah, she's gone.
Oh, that's special with a headbutt right under the tower. He definitely wanted that one. It's going to help him a lot with experience. Plus, getting the kill is the gold for him. Being roaming around, he's not getting too many last hits, and he wants to keep himself farmed up as well. Vayne getting a pretty good push here onto Chaos up top. Not too much damage being done by either. Going to go ahead and just fight. Wow, a good amount of damage there. Is going to give him the upper hand, causing Westrice. He does have Doran Blades on him, so he is going to be able to get some health back. 3 Doran's Blades on Chaos, so he is really gaining a lot of health back as he does his attacking. We're going to head down and see the first dragon being taken down, and that is going to TSM. It's going to be 14 minutes and 50 seconds, so we're around where that one comes up. Yep, 14:57, as stated by the odd one. Going back into the jungle, looks like he's going to get this blue, and he will take it for himself. He's quite low there, and looks like Reginald will go ahead and back as Xpecial goes in to soak up some XP in mid.
Alright, so I did actually manage for the stream, of course. They did see this. I was actually looking at the jungle camps, the mobs who were still there, and you said, oh wow, and I was like, oh yeah, and she's dead. So I saw the last 5 seconds of Salsa dying. I showed the jungle for most of the fight, though.
Right on.
That's fine, you know. Still counts, right? Someone died on screen, so I'll get full credit for that one. Vayne versus Caitlyn. Working actually really well for Caitlyn, honestly. Let's look at the minion kills, but I'm pretty sure she's winning. We got Vayne at 54, Caitlyn at 69, expected as much. And yeah, it's just a hard lane for Westrice to win.
Garen trying to spin to win down bottom, puts that shield on, and goes into Jarvan's turret. Looks like Alistar will go down there, give a little bit of heal out. Taric coming around the backside of Malzahar right now. I don't know where he's going, probably setting some wards. I'm going to check out what he has. He does not, only boots, and then has a Taric right now, so he probably went for 3 health potions right there. Just looking to set up if they wanted to push. Oh, Nocturne was actually on the top side, so that's where it would have came from. Nocturne could have ulted in, got that fear down, into the dazzle, into the Sol stun, and that would have been a great combination for them to take out Malzahar. Taking down Reginald for the second time and kind of gimping his lane a little bit, not allowing him to level. He's only level 7 after that 1 kill, level 8 on Sol, so he's not too far behind. And we're going to see him throwing down some Malefic Visions to continue his farm in mid. Nunu is doing a little bit of invasion over here on the left side. Not finding anything though, just waiting for Nocturne to come around. Gonna head up top and see what's going on with Chaos and Westrice. Still the same thing. Westrice kind of blowing those potions. Let's see, Caitlyn does have her ultimate. Yes, she does. So she did not use that. Just been poking Westrice with regular shots. Does have that range over Vayne with Caitlyn. It's just such a good range to have. And pretty much out of mana, I believe Alistar will take this lane. And Chaos is going to go back. Malzahar and Annie still farming in mid now, 9 and 8 as they level 1-1 on that. And Taric and Vayne going back to the lanes at this point in time. Pretty much regular farm right now as somebody looks to initiate a fight. Getting around that level where they're going to figure out, to see if Dragon is down. We're not sure if there was there a ward on that? Does EG know that that has gone down yet?
Well, at this point they have to.
Right.
I mean, the marker is cleared at this point, so they've at least walked by and know that it's dead.
Okay.
They had no ability to stop them because they did it right after Annie died, and you can't really jump into a 3v4 and win that.
Right.
As Caitlyn and Vayne were pretty much stuck up top of Westrice. Going to stunning special and run away as fast as you can. Thankfully, special not level 6, so he has a pretty good chance there. KX out of mana entirely, so she could have been able to just run away from special and not worry too much about Caitlyn. Meanwhile, Annie and Nocturne looking to get some damage out in mid. Reginald's still playing very safe, but Taric waiting in the wings can actually just peel back right now. No, he's going to... Okay, there he goes. Going for it this time. Again, we see from a while ago, this Garen versus Jarvan lane is just not that easy, although I guess it's Cho'Gath instead of... Or Jarvan instead of Cho'Gath from last time, but, Garen, not really the solo you necessarily want. You want to be in one of those lanes where you can just sort of start dominating. Just sort of say, oh yeah, dude, Garen Taric, but then Taric leaves, and Garen's like, well, you have 100 armor and a bunch of regen. I can't
leave it up to the Bromassians.
Yeah, right. So the Demacians are fighting. They're kind of doing whatever. Couple of stacking up. Only has 1 point in courage, so he's got max rank Q or E. Maybe he's just spreading them out equally. I'm not really sure how he's leveling those, but just that 1 point in W. Going for offense otherwise. Missing that actual silencing strike onto the Rain Man, but could go in for the spin anyway and getting some decent damage out of it. Look at him dropping down by about 400 health. Double is still going for some damage out, but it does take a couple of hits there from Jarvan the Fourth. Martial Cadence passive.
Already has that phage, very nice starting CC for Garen as well. You can see him slowing down Jarvan with that percentage chance to take him down. The Clairvoyance coming out of the hands of Taric to see what is going on and where he can really focus this on. They want to take down Malzahar again. They don't want to let him get too beefy. We can see Dan Din also in mid right there, so a 3v1 possibly to happen right now. If Reginald is to walk out a little bit further, he will get ulted by Nocturne. The odd one is actually up top, already with the Oracle Elixir to clear the jungle out from ward. So TSM already shutting down the ward game of EG and beginning to place their own. I don't see any wards. There is 1 ward right now on Reginald, and there is no wards on Caitlyn. And the guys bottom are pretty much just focusing on farming right now. 2 hearts of gold in the hands of Jarvan. Going to get that gold over time. Very nice for him. It looks like we could have a fight coming up here somewhere down near the top side of Dragon inside of TSM's jungle. A little bit of an invasion here by Dyrus, Dan Din, and Saul. Westrice will also join this battle. They they do see a special right there, but I don't... the ward is EG's that they're walking over at this point in time. They can see Garen kind of walking up here. Ward in the bush, he's passing through right now.
And they're going to jump down on the Rayman. Looks like, oh yes, we have Dyrus and Nocturne coming through. Looks like a special and Aldrin coming to join in on this fight, but they could push down to this turret, and there comes the Nocturne. They have jumped onto a 1v3, not good for Dan. Going to back out. Reginald nearby. Sauce, of course, joining this fight pretty nearly as well. They do have 4 members of EG. Reginald going to try to get in range for the ultimate, and he will land it onto Dan Din. He is so incredibly dead right now. Not even worth trying. TSM going 3-1 right now. And Caitlyn taking over the turret against Westrice. So, large advantages here so far for Team SoloMid. No overall gains for Epic-Gaming, but TSM grabbing a turret and a dragon. And now up 3-1 in kills. Minion kills. Double is doing well, but so is Chaos. And then it kind of trickles down from there. Reginald doing quite well. Rayman not doing great. Sauce doing alright.
Yeah, Chaos already grabbing himself a BF sword 15 minutes into the game. He also has 3 Dorans. So he's going to be able to sell those off later when he really needs to get his item. Probably go for those tier 2 boots first. Continue to have that lifesteal and that good amount of damage coming from the 3 Dorans as well as the BF sword. His headshots are going to start doing a good amount of damage here. And he's just going to put down again. There it is, going for the ultimate, taking half of Annie's health to a few slivers off him full, so it's just under half. And she's going to be able to safely just go at this lane, get these last hits. Taric is choosing to do something here. Annie stays kind of for the bait. Taric to come around the backside. Tibbers is up for Annie. They're going to go for this one. It's going to be the Dazzle, but she flashes out of it. Tibbers is going to be dropped. Not a lot of damage, but there it is in the combo of Disintegrate and Incinerate. And it looks like they could be able to get this one down. Though they have another attack, it looks like they will be able to take her out with another Q. No, the W of Annie. Able to take that. Taric living and just getting a heal off melee minions. He's lucky they were not Sork minions because he might be dead right now.
He's gonna pill back. I think he's gonna make it. No one's near enough by.
Yeah, he's got
pill
that.
Out. That's good because he keeps the oracles, which is super important. Actually, slash laughs right there. Nice. Good job, Dyrus. Taking it for the team, tanking up 94 armor.
Armed and ready.
Armed and ready, says Timo as I right-click across the map. Westford's going to be taking out this top turret, most likely, doing a pretty good job here. And yep, just damage, damage, damage. Uh-oh, got to be careful about Reginald. Well, actually, probably could get bursted down. Full of dead by Reginald. Takes a silence in the face.
Nice
300
position.
damage. And Reginald's still jumping in there. I think he should have the ultimate. He does. And there's the ulti, and there's a special. Headbutts into the wall. There's the pulverize. Westerize not in good shape. Silence goes down. Very, very dead. Nice try, fellas. But Reginald doing some pressurizing. 4-2 now.
Gonna make a freak dictionary.
Pressurizing. Good word.
Looks like Dan Din gonna go ahead and grab his blue buff, not distribute it to anybody. And just for himself, he doesn't have that much mana, so it's going to be good for him to get around the jungle. Special doing a great job of roaming this game. A really turnaround game for him since the one before. You know, being level like 5 levels under. He's changing up his pace, staying in lane a little bit more to soak up XP. And a ward placed right on him. He doesn't have his flash anymore, so he's just going to have to take that and know that he has been seen. Garen backing in the bottom bush. Rainman going to pick up a few kills. They know that Nocturne is going through those bushes right now because of the ward right there. He's now actually hidden in the bush that he is in.
He is carrying oracles. He just hasn't used it yet, and he could clear out some wards here. He should go for it. I guess he just feels very unsafe right now.
Makes sense.
Could use some magic resist too. He's a little bit low on that, and Malzahar has been doing most of the damage for Team SoloMid.
Looks like they're going to give Caitlyn the red buff on TSM side.
Looks smart. Chaos has a Bloodthirster. He's going to start going on that red buff.
Wow.
Yeah, she's pretty fun. Sauce 2-1. Malzahar 2-1 as well. So yeah, the mages both going 2-1. Chaos and Especial picking up the other 2 kills on Caitlyn and Alistar respectively. You see a lot of TSM players finding EG. Here comes the Demacia yell, and the team fight going off between the 2 turrets. Looks like Reginald, the center of attention, and wow, that damage up from Garen's going to kill him right away. Saul's trying to blow up Chaos. Chaos staying alive, though. Dan did not able to chase him down. Westman's going to block that in the face, but be careful because here comes Nunu. Raymond picking up that one kill. That kill is still chasing down onto Westright. Westright will pull back. 3 dead for EG. TSM doing well. Double F did flash out, but KX did not stay dead, and the Rayman doing a good job as well. So nice try on that gank from EG, but TSM was ready for him pretty much. And lots more dead. 7-3 now the score line. And this is kind of one of those uh-oh moments for EG.
Yeah, once again, TSM playing a dominant turret game, able to hold all their turrets while taking the first 3 down. The top turret for them is actually pretty hurt. Vayne was able to do a good job on that before Reginald could get out there. But after that attack, they made her pay for the damage she did to it. Alistar was able, Special was able to come out, Reginald was able to come out, and they weren't. I don't even think he ulted, and they were just able to take her with the pulverized headbutt into the wall.
He did.
He did. All right.
It's short enough cooldown though. It's not like an Amumu style art where it's like 3 minutes. It's just like it's like a 2-second. It's like a 2-minute cooldown. I mean, it's always worth a kill on a 2-minute cooldown.
I'm sure. Of course. So roaming around the jungle right now, I'm gonna go and see what kind of vision that TSM has at this point in time. They're actually kind of lackluster on this. They only have 1 down near Dragon in the bush. They have 1 near Wraith at this point in time. And Alistar roaming is kind of doing a good job about it. I believe that, let's see, Nocturne has not used his oracles yet, so he's not clearing any of these out. And actually walking past one of those right there, he doesn't see it. And it looks like he's going, yes, he does see it. He's going back to take it out. Great job by Nocturne there.
Dan.
And Dan Din will help his team out in that aspect.
No, double lift, not in good shape. They're trying to run away from Nunu and Reginald, and yeah, you're going to die right now. There's the kill. Dan Din, not able to lend any aid, will actually block a Malefic Visions jump, but Saul's still flashing over wall, trying to get away. TSM now 8-3 up in the advantage. Garen pretty much just got caught, and here comes some damage from Caitlyn. About a half of Annie's health is gone. West and Daniel going to farm the rest of this wave, and Saul should probably peel back and heal. You don't really want to be half health when the team fight starts. Saul, I believe, should have noticed that ward was there. He might have walked by in time to notice the red dot on the minimap. Maybe didn't, just depends how close he was looking. But there's definitely a good offensive ward there from Team SoloMid.
TSM now up 830 global gold to 0 right now. They're doing a really good job of control. Yep, that dragon should actually be coming up quite soon. They went for a really early dragon. And Nocturne heading through the jungle, looking to clear these wards out, doing a very good job, understanding that that's how TSM shut them down last time, and it's something he really needs to utilize. Caitlyn all by herself, up kind of out of position right now, and he will notice that. Chaos moving back to mid to soak up some XP with Reginade. And it looks like there could be an attack going on down here. Malzahar was going to go down, but he sees the blood boil, and everybody else able to make it out quite quickly. Tier 2 boost on Alistar, he's able to make it out with those guys. And to farm this lane up, looks like Annie and Garen moving back through the jungle. Their buffs are actually all around right now. They really want to take those so they can't be taken by the other team. Either distribute that to somebody on your team or have Nocturne get that, because as he's going around clearing wards, you may want to get into a fight, and that's only going to help you out that much more. It's your buff. Go grab it and then get into doing this stuff. Actually, they have something to go around a dragon. Let's see if they force a fight here.
They just force Vayne to push back, so EG actually in a slight disadvantage here. They're going to do a good job picking up this ward kill. Basically, yeah, Vayne just got pushed back. Taric's still down there. He had died recently. So Team SoloMid kind of the advantage. Double in the jungle already, jumping down on the odd one, but he likes to jump around by himself a lot. However, it did force the enemy team back, and so meanwhile, Dan Din and Salsa have been doing all the damage, and here comes Dyrus, and here comes Vayne. I'm surprised they actually managed to take the dragon control. That was really impressive from EG. They worked together on that one quite nicely. They pushed people around and knew what they could get away with. And yeah, they're in good shape, but Odd One going to spot some more wards with that Oracles. And that's just going to kill a lot of this map control that EG was having this game.
So 28 minutes for that next dragon to come up. TSM not having a ward on dragon, so they really didn't know how many people from EG were in the river, and they weren't willing to risk that for dragon at that point in time. They have a pretty good lead right now, and they'd like to hold that. It looks like they will be going for red, and they will be giving that to Vayne. Good true damage choice right there. Nocturne does a lot of damage, but to give that to Vayne, she can just roll around everybody and keep doing continuous DPS, as you know, Nocturne has to be inside the fight and easily stopped by a Pulverize or Reginald as he goes to ult with Malzahar. A good ward in that bush near Wraiths is going to allow them to set up for something, and it's going to be Garen to walk into this one, looking for the ult right there, and he gets taken down, melted inside of everything. The Pulverize used on him as well, so he couldn't get out of it. Could not get condemned by Westrice. They choose to just back up.
You'd think Garen of all people would know about face checking Brush.
Yeah.
Garen of all people would be like, Brush, let's face check. So, and actually, if you zoom in on Garen, his face is squarely within the brush. Actually, and that word doesn't matter. He's not loved. Yeah.
Lonely ward.
Screw that word. Doesn't matter. So Team SoloMid looks like they're gonna be taking out some turret right now. Chaos getting a large amount of attack speed buffs. Turn on that shield from Rain Man to try not to die to a turret, which would be just so embarrassing right now. I'm doing a very good job here. They're gonna pick down this turret. Now they've gotten, what is that, like 6 turrets now?
Yeah, just about. With their dragon.
1, 2, 3, 4. I was close. 4 turrets. Got 4 turrets. It's like 50% off. It's not too bad.
Predictions.
Yeah, they'll get more.
Right. Such a dominating game. 24 minutes into this game, they will be taking the first inhibitor turret here.
Nope.
The last one.
You're wrong.
They will not actually. That pool does not really affect them. They're just going to run through it. Good choice to actually back off. All 5 members of EG were there to rebuttal that turret takedown. And it looks like they will, however, start to clear the jungle. Let's see how many people on this team have awards actually right now for TSM. And nobody. So, they may be falling off the ward game on this one, but they are able to take out all the wards of EG with the oracles on the odd one. Wards playing huge roles in these games, controlling the jungle, controlling the amount of farm the other team can get. a really great aspect to have in your favor in any game here on Summoner's Rift. 25 minutes being breached at 10-3. Like we said, 4 turrets down for EG, and still 0 turrets to be dropped for TSM.
Yeah, it's just such a great advantage. The only thing that EG has even accomplished this game has been 3 kills to the 10 and 1 dragon to the 2. Like,
Yep.
Not winning by most of these matches. Look at the minion counts though. 150, 150, 170. I mean, so their top scorer, Westerice, is not too far behind Chaos. Although Chaos has an extra kill and 4 assists. Their second place, Double Lift, actually ahead of Reginald. And then their third place, Sauce with 150. There's no one even near there. Rayman's at 90. That's kind of okay. That said, Rayman has 3 kills. He has 3 gold per 10 items. So, and of course, you know, the 800 global gold advantage that TSM has. Pretty much, TSM's winning this game by every metric. Yeah, minion kills are nice, but it really just means gold. And, well, sure enough, gold's pretty much better for SoloMid. So.
See, we got a little bit of invasion here in the jungle by Taric and Garen. Let's see what they choose to do. It looks like they're going to actually split for a second, not really knowing where the other team is. And Vayne is quite far up here. She's going to try to escape in that. No, she is actually going to execute herself, I believe, as she goes all the way into the base. Just flashing to do that.
Didn't want to get ulted by Caitlyn.
Yeah,
we get credit.
That was actually a very good move. She's going to go all the way. No, she's going to try to back inside the base. They can still see her. Nocturne coming up for the ult. Will anything be able to happen here? And
oh, we got it!
Wow, that was ridiculous. She made it back to base. Saul's taking down Reginald, and that was going to be bottom lane. Great job right there, as we were trying to focus on to see if Vayne really made a poor decision or not. One of the teammates still went down, so she made a good decision to get out of there. It was very nicely done, just porting back in the base. A risky decision, but sometimes you really got to think about it and see where the odds lay.
Yeah, so now Double Lift making his way back to the base. Still not ranking up courage, going pure offense. 5 points in Q and E, decisive strike, and judgment. So Garen, offensive powerhouse, building up a fair amount of damage. No Infinity as your Bloodthirster, but Frozen Mal giving him some nice AD. Plus 53 is not too bad. Let's see what you guys can do. I've been milling about. Oh, spot some wards. Did not go to kill it though. Gonna go ahead and farm up top lane. Nope, gonna farm up the jungle. Yes, that one I was correct on. I'll get it right eventually.
The 3 TSM members in mid. Caitlyn with that Banshee's Veil. Chaos going for that very fast every game. A really good item on her because she is going to be focused first. So once she sees that down, she just plays back, allows X Special, Rainman, and Nunu to be her defensive wall there. A little bit of a meat shield. And she can just sit on the back, proc her headshots, stand in a bush, do extra damage. Right now, like I said, she has that red buff. They just took out a ward. Great job of the Oracle Nunu. And Double Lift could be caught off guard here. He is in a 1v4 situation, and it does not look like he's going to make this one out alive. He is going to try to spin to win and do the damage he can before he goes down. Good choice. It's pretty much all you can do. Just turn around and fight. You know, your team may be behind you somewhere. Do what you can, unless you can just teleport out knowing you won't get stunned with a summoner teleport. 3 of the EG members are in middle. Looks like they will gather together and have to head back to their turret. We see Nocturne all the way on a jungle invasion there, but he is forced to back inside of TSM's jungle. It looks like we will have a Baron fight coming up right here, or actually just a Baron take, as EG comes up slowly to see what they can do here.
Yep, and Team SoloMid is probably going to get ganked now. EG does. Let's look at their vision. Well, they've got the Clairvoyance down there. They got Dandin off to the side. There's the Caitlyn ultimate, and they are jumping right onto the enemy team. Especially going to take a lot of damage, but he's in front, and he's Alistar, so it doesn't really matter. Dandin goes down. Dyrus looks like he's up next. He's got Blood Invasion. There's the Malzahar ultimate as well. Sauce dropping the stun, so Dyrus is alive. Special going to possibly go down. They will pick that one up, but down goes Sauce. Westerice and Dyrus still alive. Rainman jumping on. Dyrus still alive, but he's going down next, and there's the kill. Double is still up, and Westerice still up. They've only picked up 1 kill, though, to their 3 deaths. And they will not go back for Baron. Oh, they might actually. Looks like they are going to go for Baron again. And can Double Lift stop them now? Reginald kind of low, so is Chaos. Double Lift's going to jump onto Reginald. Can he pick this one up? He will start spinning. This is some really good damage. Can he get the ult off in time?
Oh, he's
he
standing
will
in that
not quite get the
pool.
kill. Oh, he attacks and gets it. Woo! Nice job by Double Lift getting chased down, though. And he's going to run away with a Decisive Strike and Ghost. And he actually made it out.
Oh, wow.
Double Lift runs into a 1v4, picks up Malzahar, and just casually strolls away.
1v4 stops the Baron single-handedly.
Pretty good.
Awesome. That was a very good move.
Dat Garen. Got some nice resistance.
Pulling the
right
haters
here.
gonna hate as he walks away.
Oh, yeah. On a double to spam up and farm up some nice bonus armor and magic resist, as he's now ranking up courage at level 15. So now every time he levels, he's going to get 5 armor and MR on top of the stats he already gained. It's going to be nice for him tanking up. They really want Garen to level now. He scales so well with levels because he gains so many good stats off of this. And yep, picking those all down up to 12 armor and MR bonus. You can see he's got 112 magic resist thanks to all that. Dragon does go down on the hands of EG, so 680 global gold ain't bad. 2 dragons and what looks like 2 turrets. You know, 680 versus 980, they're only 2 turrets behind. They're only 8 kills behind. That's not the worst thing in the world. They're catching up a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a closer game than it was last time.
Yeah, they've brought a lot back here. They kind of lost that team fight, but you know, they're still only down. I mean, half the kills isn't terrible. It's obviously an advantage for Team SoloMid, but they still got a good chance at this one.
So we're going to see them congregating here in mid. Westrice grabbing that red from Din, nicely distributing that to him, as it will be more effective on Westrice, as I discussed before, for the melee and the long range. True damage also involved. And we're going to see Malzahar meet up with his team at Dragon, possibly knowing that it will be up soon.
It was just taken a second ago, though.
Oh, yes. Good call.
So they were trying to get it, but it was gone.
Futuristically thinking. Thank you. As they move all 5 in mid, this is going to be a pretty formidable force to fight with. A lot of F's there. And these guys are going to take it. Formidable force to fight. We have 3 Banshee's Veils up right now, and no more. Nunu does not have one. He does have a Frozen Heart, though. That's really going to help with Vayne and with Garen. And we're going to see what they can do as they come into this one. And he does have a stun up, so she could be looking to drop Tibbers once they get past this turret. They do not have a minion wave that is close behind them, so they're going to be waiting for that or choose to back off, see what they can clear out of the jungle. We do have a lot of wards in the hands of Nunu right now. TSM going to start the ward control game on the jungle invasion, and we'll see how this affects the game of EG now, as they won't be able to get into their own jungle. There's going to be a big Baron right here, and it looks like they will be going for it. A lot of minions right here will warn TSM that they are coming up to the Baron. They're going to have to clear these out before they really make a move, and it looks like Taric wants to get out of there early. Nocturne already prepped to go into Baron right now, and looks like they will stop. They're going to kind of fake them out here, try to go bottom. Oh, they're seen by some of the minions. They were going to try to go around and actually do a pinch once EG got there, possibly. They're going to push this bottom lane up to the inhibitor turret, going all the way. Look at the health on that bottom inhibitor turret. It's going to go down. They're just going to face this one and take it out. Caitlyn able to put a few shots on that. Nunu coming in with the blood. Oh, yep. Blood boil. And they will be able to possibly grab this inhibitor here.
Oh, but Reginald manages to pick up Darius across the map, and now he's going to come help the team out. So it's a 4v4 at worst. And Doubles will face tank that, although Westwick's going to the fountain anyway, so it's kind of a waste to even do that. But hey, whatever, Westwick gets to go back into the battle pretty soon. He does have Infinity as Sheen, and he's going for the Trinity Force next, so that's going to be a lot of nice damage for Westrice. Sauce is here. They don't seem to need Darius too badly just yet. The one unfortunate thing for EG is they have only one champion who can break Banshee's Veils reliably from range, and that's Dan with Deathbringer, and that moves slow enough people can dodge it. But if the Banshee Veils are all up, that means Annie's opening up with Tibber Stun doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, Westrice can break a Banshee's Veil, but he's got to proc all 3.
Nocturnal breaks Banshees. So if they want a team fight, Dan starts with the ultimate, then they can drop Tibbers, and they have to make sure they coordinate that correctly.
Right.
Nocturne will always ensure that if you have a giant AoE stun, Nocturne and TF the same. They both have the same effect, where Banshee's Veil will block the sight changing effect.
Let's see what we got. Looks like they're all just getting together in mid. Dragon should be up in about 3 or so minutes, about 2.5 minutes right now. Garen down bottom farming as much as he can, being one of the primary tanks for the team. Taric, semi-tanky right now, 1,700 health. Garen sitting pretty with 3,200 health. We're going to check all these tanky characters. Jarvan, 2768, and less than Garen, actually, and 2555 for Jarvan.
Nice. So Garen has picked up Atmos finally. So to go with those Doran's Blades and Frozen Mallet, he's now gotten a nice bit of plus damage. 127 plus now, so he's doubled his damage output. But here comes EG, gonna spot. I think they know that TSM's up there. They have Clairvoyance Baron, and oh, they do see the team coming in. There comes the ultimate from Caitlyn. Gonna drop Westrice to half health at the very start of the battle. Pretty good use of that ult. We'll make sure that it starts out bad for Westrice. And there's the flash, and oh, this is looking bad. Nocturne will ult. They will break the Banshee's Veils, but Annie, oh, she's gonna go for KX alone. Can't she get enough damage? Oh, sounds by Malzahar still running around, not in good shape, and good job! Cleansing away the Malzahar ultimate, still getting away with Ghost. She had to flash over the wall as well, but the entire team has stayed alive for EG. This is pretty good for them. And looks like everyone else is gonna limp back in. TSM's going to go for the Baron because they think they've scared everyone away. Sure enough, Vayne and Taric are far, but they can still probably win a 3v5. They do have the Timber Stun available. Nope, TSM's going to stay on it. And they don't, oh, there's the CV. They know they're going for it, but it'll die too quickly.
Yeah.
KX, though, in the front. They could pick that up. They could get the kill on KX. Reginald going to get knocked up. No, he will not, actually. And Dan going to die by himself. They did not coordinate that well at all. Dan throwing his life away, and they will not be able to defend against this Baron buff 5v4 push. Almost definitely not going to happen. Doublelift still running. Plus 15 armor and magic resist.
There we go. Baron's going to be up at 4152. Will they require to get it again? Looks like they're going to face tank this turret. They do have a pretty good minion wave behind it, but they don't want minions to take that damage. They want to bring these minions all the way up to the Nexus turrets. It is going to be a 5v4 situation at this point in time. We are waiting 18 seconds for Dan to get back into the game. A good amount of minions to stop these ones. So that's really going to help out EG right now, as it's only going to be that one down. A huge minion wave up top. They're going to be able to clear that turret as well. A nice global gold for them. The global gold is really starting to change right now. TSM is at 2030 gold to 680 for EG. So that's really giving them a big upper hand and an easy way to start going around the jungle, getting the wards they need, and really starting to control the invasion game.
Alright, but yeah, TSM... as you said, just controlling everything pretty much in this game. The invasion game,
as
everything
always.
really. Controlling is pretty much just the word we need to use there. They have done pretty much everything correct this game. They've gotten caught once in a while. They've given away, I guess, 2 dragons, but let's get here. They're doing a great job overall in this game. You know, EG trying to farm what they can, but yeah, turrets are all gone. They've got almost no vision. Oh, they can see their base. It's pretty good, I guess.
Look at this.
Yeah, and meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we're going to turn the fog war back on. Red dots on all these wards and Caitlyn traps. Reginald says, freak. Sup. Oh man, Reginald's calling me out saying that I said GG and Chester are probably better individual players than Reginald. Hey man, skill level's mostly in your team leading. Definitely a good player, but 5-4. To be fair here, your team's winning 2-0. You're 5-4. Good player certainly. You're holding your own against an amazing team, but your talents are not in your individual skills. It's a true statement. I stand by it.
See what they got here. TSM taking another inhibitor. That's going to be 5 minutes until that one up. Super minions coming down on the top of this one, and they are going to be going up to clear this minion wave, push another turret in. They may have just face it. No, they decide, yeah, why not? Let's face it. They are going to face tank this turret, doing a lot of damage. A good flag coming out from the hands of Jarvan is going to give him a little bit more pizzazz to take that down. Yeah, you heard me. Good shield by Dan taking the ultimate of Caitlyn. Not doing any effective damage. They are able to take out another inhibitor, and it looks like this may be one of the final pushes, as every lane is just spitting out super minions right now, and you see no red minions outside the base right now for EG. They are all inside. Chaos taking down Dyrus, and we are going to see Sauce possibly going down as he's being chased by Xpecial. No, it's going to be Doublelift going down in the middle of a fight here. 3v1 situation. Kax picking up another kill. Kax having a very good game, playing a very strong Caitlyn throughout this tournament and these past few games. And it looks like this could be GG, and will be, as they're able to take down Vayne quite quickly. Reginald falls to the ground, and it's going to be GG. TSM comes out of the losers bracket to take it away from EG for first seed.
First seed, second seed going to EG.
Yep.
Third seed Challenge Gaming. We have our 3 selections and the order. Grats to Team SoloMid. Grats to Epic-Gaming.
Yeah, grats to everybody.
Grats to Chronologic Gaming.
Wow. What a tournament.
Good games. Very good games. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This should